Hello, my fellow retirees. This is Belinda. I just kind of wanted to check up on everybody and see how everyone's doing. And if you're new, thank you for clicking on this. And I try to just share my insights and things that I'm learning and learned. Like all of us, we all have had our life experiences. And I just kind of want to share mine, and maybe something will click, and maybe you will share some of yours, insights and pearls of wisdom. To me, I'm always willing to listen to all sides. But I've been making videos about how to feel better about ourselves and our lives, to change our lives, because we know that perspective, our perspective of what's going on, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry, is everything. Because whatever you think, you're gonna get. If you think, and this is basic, it's for everybody, not just us, oldies but goodies. Whatever we think and we focus on, that's what we're gonna get. Because that's just like they call it the law of attraction. So what do you want to attract? What do you want to attract? You want some peace of mind? You want a better life? Well, the only one that's going to be able to give it to you is you, baby. That's it. Because we are in control by how we see our life. Okay? So, I just read a book where it said we should respect imagination more, because, people imagine things and then they make it happen. And they were referring to Einstein. So I believe it's true. We need to use our imagination. Call it dream. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's free. Use your imagination. What is another thing? Fake it till you make it. And what kind of world do we live in if somebody didn't imagine things? Like, say, Star Trek. Somebody had to imagine it, make up a story. And then there were people like, oh, that's cool, let's see if we can make that happen. It's that kind of thing. It works for us. It works for everything. You have to imagine something first before it'll happen. And sure, in this world, things take their time. I was always crying for a pool. I want a pool. When I lived in Ohio, it was so hot and miserable every summer. But I wanted a pool. Oh God, I want a pool, right? I was in my 30s when I first got over there, and I'm crying for a pool. And yeah, I moved in here like 60, I got a pool, 61, 62 is when finally moved into an apartment that has a swimming pool. My God. And you know what? Really weird, because I remember when I was thinking that back then, I think, ugh, I don't want to be, it's like 60, in my 60s and get a pool, because I had that thought, you're going to get it at 60. Nah, what do you mean 60? It's like, I'll be all nasty body, flabbery, whatever. I'm not going to want to be in a pool. I want it now. You're young. Look good in my my bathing suit. And sure enough, what happened? In my 60s. Exactly what I thought. That's exactly what happened. But it took over 30 years. Takes a long time sometimes, but it does come. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you think. Be careful what you think about, okay? Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. And we talked about, well, it's really easy to get down in the dumps, but I talked about certain ways that might help you. And I'm curious to see if anybody's tried them and if they've worked. I mean, they work for me. So it's like, if I need to get, and I could tell because when I go to days when I don't listen to that music, devotion gets me all energized and all like, yeah, girl, get all energized. Ooh. I notice that I'm less active. And then I'll have other music, that it's not so energetic, but it can get me going. So, have a playlist of something. Find, that get music that you like to listen to, that gets you all energetic and happy. Not the ones that make you sad and melancholy. We got enough of that crap in this world. Okay? Been there long enough. Okay? Being in that kind of mood doesn't do anybody any good. Definitely not you. So, let's try to get happy. All right? Make your surroundings, when anybody comes by, they feel good. Why are they going to feel good? Because you're feeling good. Okay? Use your imagination. Make it happen. Things happen faster now. Especially when you believe it. I mean, if you don't, they say whatever we think and say. First, I think it was one of the first things in Dune, the original Dune, when they said sound has energy. And they took it out of the movie, but as Muad'Dib. And that, the original one, when he said Muad'Dib, his name, his weapon went off. And that, he said, that's when he was told that. And then I don't remember exactly, but that's when he said that names and words have power, and they do. That's why prayers are so powerful, because thousands and thousands of people for thousands of years have said the Lord's Prayer, and it gives it energy. Why do you think you go into a church and it feels different? Because people go in there and they pray, and all their emotions are there. And buildings hold emotions. So if your area doesn't feel good or give you the creepies or whatever, it may be influencing you to feel sad, and because somebody else was there before you and that's all they felt because they didn't know any better. But you do now. So all you got to do is just like cleaning house, put your energy there. Happy, whatever it is. Make it yours. Don't step into somebody else's gunk that they might have left behind without knowing. Just imagine, pretend, be happy, like pretend you're a tiny little creature and you're going down into your heart, and there in your heart you find a lot of cleaning stuff, and you just go around singing and dancing and cleaning the floors and the walls and everything, and just like, it's you. That's your place. You make it your place. And you just keep feeling happy and happy and happy and happy and happy. And before you know it, it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. Use your imagination. They can't take that away from us. Just imagine. Have fun. Imagine all those wonderful feelings that we've had in our past. Okay? Obviously, we've been doing that with the horrible ones, the things that make us sad or whatever. We've been doing those long enough. Forget it. Live right now. Right now, this instant. Okay? The past cannot hurt us. Only if you let it. Because it doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. It's gone. We can't go over there, can we? Maybe some people can, but you can't. I can't, right? For the most part. So forget about it. And our future, well, we don't know that either. People say there are ways, but we don't know that, okay? So let's just leave it there. So what do we have? What do we have left? Future's gone. I mean, the past is gone and the future, we don't know yet. So what do? Focus on right now. Right now. This second that you're listening to me, let's focus right now. What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. That's what's important. What are you doing? Relaxing? Watching TV? Getting a manicure, pedicure? Driving? Whatever it is. Cooking? Dancing, hopefully? Whatever. You just enjoy the moment. Today is the present. It's a gift. Every day, every moment we are alive, it is a gift. And as hard as you may not want to be here anymore, whether we have an expiration date or whether we don't, it's kind of irrelevant, because some people have tried to commit suicide and it doesn't happen, but they sure in the heck ruin their life. What's important is the quality of life. Quality of life. And where does quality of life come from? How we feel. How we feel. If you feel great, if you feel love, if you feel awe, that makes life so wonderful. Because we can always use our eyes and this here, look around and see all the atrocities and horribleness and whatever, ever. We don't need that bombarded in our brains all the time because we know they exist. Oh well, they exist. I know. But you being miserable, scared, worried, or whatever, is that going to change it? No. All it does is F you up. All it does is make you miserable. It closes you up. And that's what they want. They don't want you to feel love. They don't want you to feel happiness, because that is more contagious than anything. The opposition, Satan, the devil, whatever, aliens, things from other dimensions, whatever you want. They don't want us to be happy, because that's the secret. They have no power over us. They can't. The only power they have is what we give them, you and me. And if we're happy and we're loving life and thankful for every moment we have alive, when hard stuff and scary stuff happen, it's not so bad. Because everything's temporary. Everything's temporary. And you know, they always say it gets darkest before dawn. Things get better, worse before they get better. I know when I used to do the pressure points massages, I would move all of that stuff, and I would tell them, sometimes I go, I need to do this for like maybe 3-4 days, whatever my heart said, a week, every day. And you may feel a little worse before it gets better. And you got to drink a lot of water because we're flushing all of that stuff into your lymphatic system, and it's flushing out of your lymphatic system, and you can feel kind of like sick after a massage. So it's really important to drink a lot of water to flush all of that stuff that you're removing from the muscles and massaging the lymphatic system. You got to flush it out with water. And you got to keep doing it. You know, a lot of people will stop. Oh, I got that massage and I feel worse. No, you got to keep going back. You need more massage. It will get better. It just gets, just feels a little worse. But don't give up. It'll get better. Just keep doing it. Same thing here. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, I don't even remember what I was saying earlier. What was it about? That's when I know I'm channeling, because I never remember. And excuse me, I haven't lost my memory. Anyways, I love every single one of you. And I hope you guys talk to me. Text me, let me know, how you feeling. I would love to hear from anybody and everybody. Like it, subscribe, I guess. That's what everybody says, right? That way it can reach more people. Maybe there's somebody else that needs this. So that way have YouTube put it out more, so that more of us retirees can listen and hear. It'll come up. So anyways, like I said, I love every single one of you, and I really, really, really do. Because that's what happens when you start living from your heart. You love everybody and everything, even the spiders. Ugh, creepy crawlers. I just tell them, please stay outside. Don't be in my porch. Don't be in the house, because I'm a human. I got arachnophobia. If you're around, you're not gonna survive. So stay away. Stay away. For the most part, it's working. Anyways, until you click again. You have an absolute wonderful day. And I really, 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 really hope you try some of my tips. Love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.